I feel like AEW fans have the lowest brain IQ. I'm talking about when it comes to having a brain in general. Their intellect is just very, very low. It's like, look, kids, stay in school. That's all I'm saying. Because they can't really say anything bad about me. Because obviously, the truth fucking hurts. So they resort to talking about my channel, this and that. Oh, it's dead, this and that. I'm like, look here. Let me tell you why you have a low brain IQ. Check the date on when this channel was created. This channel is 1 year old. This channel is 1 year old. I don't have a lot of subs yet, right? But let's talk about comparisons. I don't have tons of subs, and yet my view count is pretty good. My view count matches a small channel. A small channel like mine should average the amount of views that I get, right? Which means I'm growing. My channel is the hottest channel when it comes to YouTube wrestling, right? Which means, how come I get more views or the same amount of views as some YouTube wrestling channels with over 20K subs, 50K subs, 1 million subs, 100K subs? How come I get just as much views as them? That means their channel is fucking dead and my channel is fucking growing. Based on my current sub count and the view in the amount of views I get, it means I'm growing. That means my channel is on the rise because my views match my sub counts. Based on my low sub count, I should average the amount of views that I get. And guess what? My subs are growing each week, which means my views are growing each week. So just imagine when I get to a high sub count, my views will average maybe 10K to 15K, which means I'm growing. Ever thought about that? How come wrestling channels with 20K subs only average 1,000 views a video? Why? That's weird to me. Huh? How about you explain that? That's strange to me. I'm not close to that sub count yet. I average more views, which means my channel is alive and well and growing. They are dead. So keep on spilling this fucking rhetoric about my channel. Do your fucking research. The fact that I decided to upload videos on YouTube full time, right? Like 2 months ago, right? Look at the fucking stats. The last 2 months of me uploading, I have gathered over 140,000 views. 140K views, man. The last 2 months. And guess what? That's fucking good based on the fact that wrestling is fucking dead. Dude, check the fucking analytics. If nobody watches Raw or SmackDown or AEW, guess what happens, right? It's a fucking trickling down effect. If Raw's dead, AEW's dead, SmackDown's dead, that means YouTube wrestling channels will fucking suffer. Because if nobody watches Raw or SmackDown or fucking Dynamite or fucking Rampage, that means YouTube wrestling channels lose viewers. Because if nobody's watching on TV, Nobody is gonna care or watch a topic about AW on YouTube or Raw or SmackDown. When Raw's down, your YouTube numbers will be down also. It's a trickling down effect. So the fact that my channel is still growing and wrestling is fucking dead. I like where my channel is going. My channel has fucking potential. Wrestling is dead, and yet my channel is still growing. Nobody watches wrestling on TV. Which means every YouTube wrestling content creator will fucking suffer. If Raw's good and SmackDown's good, your numbers will get better on YouTube. But if AW and Raw, SmackDown are not doing good, guess what? YouTube numbers will go down also with that. Because if the topic you are talking about is a topic that nobody even cares about on TV, you suffer from it. So yeah. So how about you come up with something else to say something about me? Because my channel is hot. It's growing. It's doing better than channels that have been around for like 10 years. So my channel been around for 1 year, man. 1 fucking year. People would kill to have my channel. 1 year? And I didn't even do this full time before 2 months ago. I was uploading every 5 months. I was uploading every 3 to 4 or 5 months, man. So how about you come up with something else? But let's get back to Hit Row. Hit Row. Hit Row. Let me tell you the truth behind why the WWE gave up on Hit Row. From day one, I was not a fan of that group. I felt like they were fucking tryhards. They didn't feel real. They didn't feel authentic. It was like, yeah, they was probably playing their real selves, but they still felt fake. They still felt forced. Maybe it's because they were bad actors. Because how can you not know how to play your fucking self? Right? That's a problem if you don't know how to play yourself. So the first day I seen them, I'm like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this group. I can't see this group getting over on the main roster. I don't see it. And people were comparing them to the new Undisputed Era. And I'm like, hell no. I don't see it. No. It comes down to the fact of they were green. The only person in the group wasn't green was fucking Swerve. Swerve was carrying up that whole group. How long can that last? Once again, they felt like fucking tryhards. They were trying too hard to be hip hop. They were trying too hard to be different. They were trying too hard to be cool and fucking hip. And it's like nobody knew what they were. That's why they failed. Nobody knew what they were. Were they heels? Or were they faces? They didn't cut promos like they were faces. Okay? They didn't cut promos like they were heels either. They were like in the middle. Fans don't like that. You will get no reaction if you are talking on both sides of your fucking mouth. You will get no reaction because when niggas see you, nobody knows whether to boo you or to cheer you. Am I booing a face or am I cheering on a heel? What am I doing? which will make the audience sit on their hands, not doing anything, which was happening. If you can't get over in NXT, then you will fail on the main roster. You have no shot. That's why I was shocked that they got caught up, because they were not over in NXT. They got no reaction in fucking NXT. How can you get no reaction in NXT if you are over? If you were going to be caught up to the main roster? They got no reaction. They had no fan support. I saw no Hit Row signs. I saw no Hit Row shirts. Nobody got behind Hit Row in that audience. So why were they caught up? I don't get it. Because they were not over. Nobody was saying, "Oh, I want to Hit Row on the main roster. They are so cool. They are so good. They are so over." No, nobody was saying that. To me, they were not that good. Because nobody knew what they were. You see, in wrestling, look, let's cut out the bullshit. We need to know who the fuck you are. Are you a face? Are you a heel? You know what I'm saying? Are you Batman? Or are you Joker? Are you Superman? Or are you fucking Lex Luthor? We need to know who the fuck you are, man. That's why they failed. Because these guys, what's that guy's name? Ashanti the Adonis or some shit? He was the most cringe promo out of that group. And here's why. This dude was always talking about his shoes. He was always bragging about how nice he dressed. How nice his shoes were. Talk about, "Oh man, do you see the Air Force Ones? Oh man, they are so crucial." I'm like, nigga, how is that supposed to relate to me? I'm supposed to cheer you or boo you because what you said, that was a heel comment. You are bragging about your fucking shoes? That means you're telling me you are better than me. So why should I cheer you? Their rhetoric, it was so confusing. Were they heels? I'm like, because you saying your Air Force Ones are so crucial. Look at the wardrobe. It's so crucial. Look, it's like, bruh, you sound like a heel. So when you were on the main roster, the audience are going to give you silent reaction. Because, okay, you are in the same program with Sami Zayn. You are in the same program with Jinder Mahal. And it's like, okay, they are heels too, but I don't know if you are a heel also. Because you are not giving me face vibes that I should fucking cheer you. You see, with The Rock never gave you vibes, right? That he was a face or a heel. He would just be himself. But he didn't say shit that would make you boo him. See, Rock might go down as the best, cockiest heel / face of all time. Because he can go both ways. His promo sounded like a heel promo and a face promo at the same time. He was being himself. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say shit that would make you boo him. He was a good cocky, not the kind of cocky where he thought he was way better than you. He thought he was like above you. He didn't feel that way. But with Hit Row, no, man, they were cocky pricks on TV that I did not want to cheer for. They were cocky pricks. So, if you were in a program with fucking Jinder Mahal, nigga, I don't know who to fucking cheer. Because I was gonna root for Jinder Mahal in that feud. I got a better connection with fucking Jinder Mahal than fucking Hit Row. And I think what made them fail, what made management like kind of see with the eyes, right? On what that faction had when it came upside, it was their segment with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, look, man, more power to him, man. He tried. He tried to put those guys over, man, on SmackDown. He tried, man. Sami Zayn can only do so much. He couldn't do it. Hero was they were not good, man. They didn't relate to the audience. Sami Zayn got more over than them in that segment. And it's like, I seen that segment, right? When Sami was dancing and shit. It felt like Sami Zayn felt like a face. And they felt like a fucking heel. Okay, that's why they fucking failed. Nobody knew what they were. We all know Sami Zayn will never turn to a face. But yet, in that segment, he felt like a face more than a heel. Because in that segment, they felt like cocky, arrogant bullies towards Sami Zayn, who was trying to get them over. They felt like heels. And Sami felt like a fucking face. That is bad. And I felt like Vince and Nick Khan and John and Bruce, they seen that. And like, hold on, bro. We not trying to turn Sami to a fucking face. If y'all can't get heat on Sami Zayn, then I'm sorry. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. And yeah, it is sad because SmackDown gave them, what, 4 vignettes? And now that they're gone. What's the name? What's the nigga name? Adonis? That nigga had no matches on him, man. That nigga had no matches on the main roster. Good Lord. Shit. They didn't give him that. He had no ring gear. Like, damn. All he had was a fucking fatty pack. He had no ring gear, bruh. We didn't see nothing of him on the main roster. All he said was, my shoes are so crucial, and now he's gone. We didn't see what he was incapable of on the main roster. Good Lord. They are ruthless. But, like, look, when it came to Top Dollar, dude, his mouth got him in trouble also. He had a big mouth. Talk about, oh, we can promo. Don't compare us to other people who weren't good enough to make the transition to the main roster. Well, nigga, now your ass gone too. You in that same category, huh? You see, keep your mouth shut in wrestling, man. Don't talk shit if you ain't done shit. Okay, let me say it again. Don't talk shit if you ain't done shit. He was talking the most. He was talking on his head, like, bruh, you not even that good of a fucking wrestler. You are green as grass. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Because don't put down the niggas in the past who fell on the main roster because you haven't done shit yet. Your ass can fail too. Keep your fucking mouth shut until you do something. And well, you know, now they are gone. And I think it had a lot to do with Top Dollar's fucking mouth. Why would Vince want to push them knowing that they're saying all this bullshit on fucking social media? It's like, bro, keep your fucking mouth shut. Be humble. Be humble. Talk about, oh, we can promo. No, y'all can't. In fact, Hero, they were trash at fucking promos. They were trash at promos too. I'm like, huh? What are you saying? You guys suck at promos, bro. And there's people saying, oh, B-Fab could have been a manager. No. Hell no. Why? Her ass can't talk either. And she does not look like Sable. She does not look like Lana. So who is she gonna fucking manage and get heat? I mean, I ain't saying she was ugly, but she wasn't bomb looking. She was alright. She was average. I ain't saying she was ugly, but she wasn't no bombshell. She wasn't Lana. She wasn't Sable. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't, she wasn't Kelly Kelly. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't fucking Candice Michelle. She wasn't no Trish or Alita. Like, huh? No. She was not going to be the fucking manager. She wasn't hot enough to be a damn manager. She was alright. You know what I'm saying? If you like that kind of a woman, but she wasn't my type. So who was she going to manage and get heat? If her ass can't talk, think with your fucking head. They were bound to fail on the main roster. I couldn't relate to them. I could not relate to them. Now, do I think they should break up? No. I think all four of them should go on the indies and prove to the WWE that they were a hot faction. Okay, prove them wrong. I want to see them in Impact. Or I don't know, what's that thing called? MLW? Maybe go to that or Impact and see if Hit Row was a good faction. Because when it comes to the E, nah, that audience was not going to relate to them. They were cocky, arrogant. Nobody knew if they were heels or faces, which will create a indifferent reaction, which is not good. You will fail if you get a indifferent reaction. That ain't good, man. That's like the opposite of that's like the opposite of good. Make sure when it comes to wrestling, you gotta make sure the audience knows what side you are. The audience don't want to think. The audience is fucking lazy. They don't want to try hard to figure out who the fuck you are. You can't turn Sami Zayn into a fucking face. Okay? He's trying to get you heat. And yet, you came off as heels. As bully heels. And Sami Zayn was a face in that segment. Okay? I felt sorry for him. I felt sorry for Sami Zayn in that segment. I felt sympathy for him. Which is a bad thing. Like, their feud with, what's her name? Santos Escobar? That was an awful feud. Why? I didn't know who to boo or who to cheer. Because Santos, his faction is a heel faction. Hit Row, I don't know what the fuck they were. Were they heels, faces? You see what I'm saying? That was a confusing feud. Very confusing. Because before that, Swerve was a heel. So why are you beefing with Santos? Aren't y'all both heels? See what I'm saying? Their faction was too confusing. Nobody knew who they were. They were just too fucking confusing, man. So that's why they failed. That's why they got released. They felt like they were damaged goods because nobody can relate to them. Nobody knows who they are. Top Dollar, he was trash to me. He was trash. He had no upside. He was a tall, fat guy who was a former offensive lineman. It's like, bruh, you ain't Moose. Nigga, you ain't Moose. Moose is tall, great look. He's in shape. He wrestles with no shirt on, which means he ain't fat. Top Dollar was fat. So he had a weird body. He had a big gut. Top Dollar was a taller Kevin Owens. So he had no upside. I'm not surprised he is gone. I'm not surprised at all. He had a horrible look. Swerve could have been, he could have been in the mid card. He could have been like a Ricochet in the mid card. That's it. He could have been maybe like a Shelton Benjamin, kind of a Mick Carter. Shotzi to Adonis, he had no upside. No upside. He was going to be the next Ali. Okay? He was going to be the next Cedric Alexander. So, no upside. And B-Fab, zero upside. No upside. She can't talk or wrestle. So, she was bound to be gone. So, that's the truth behind why Hit Row was let go. All right, I'm done.